Well, hello guys. So today is December 21st, 2017, almost 7 p.m. and this is probably my last video for this year, for 2017. And because on my little icon here I have only 19 minutes, I'll try to be quick because also I don't have the time to edit this video. So what do we have here? We have one box, and inside something curious, probably not a common view already. This is a PlayStation Vita. Yes, this is a little review of PlayStation Vita, and for my help I got my little pinhead. I have one little PlayStation Vita to show you. What's your pleasure, sir? Yes, that's my pleasure. So let's make a quick review of PlayStation Vita. Now, this is something that I wanted to do for a lot of time, but I really didn't have the time before. Yes, I know, lots of years, and probably this is the last year where somebody would buy PlayStation Vita. We are right before the Christmas and New Year holidays, and people are rushing to the stores with some money and probably some desire to buy a new gaming system. Some of you might be looking to buy a new portable system. So currently on the market, the main competitors are the Nintendo handheld platforms, which are the 2DS, the 3DS, the new 2DS, the new 3DS, and the freshly released Nintendo Switch. And I know that most of you probably would look for the Switch, I wouldn't blame. Now, this video is not to make you guys buy the PS Vita. This would be a sincere review. Should you buy or not the PS Vita, and if you buy PS Vita, what you are going to get. Now, because I don't have much time, let's make it very quickly. Is PS Vita good? Yes, it's great. Do I recommend you to buy PS Vita? Should you buy PS Vita? Probably not. And if it's great, why you should not buy it? Well, because of Sony themselves. Now, this is a great product, a great handheld platform, gaming platform with some apps and some other capabilities, but unfortunately Sony are totally neglecting it for years, and this is not a secret anymore. Sony totally changed the focus of their strategy, and they're not really looking into focus on the Vita anymore. So last year, 2015, they announced that there wouldn't be a successful successor to PS Vita. So unfortunately, guys, if I have to recommend you to buy something, probably I have to recommend you to buy the Nintendo Switch. But if you buy the PS Vita, this is what you're going to get. Now, let's start with a quick review. This is how the platform looks like. This is how a game looks like. Well, let's start with the game. It's more quick. So, small box. If you open it, well, inside might be actually a little book with a code for online content for download. Now, since this game is already into the Vita, I'm going to show you the actual memory card for the game. This is how it looks like. It is very small. It looks like an SD card a little bit, but it's a proprietary card. Okay, now let's start with the game, with the PS Vita itself. Initially it was released in around 2011-2012 in USA and Europe. In Japan it came in two varieties, the Wi-Fi model and the 3G model. It was the so-called PCH 1000. Now, PCH 1000 is the actual model. You can find it written here. And however, this model wasn't very popular, especially the 3G. Now, the 3G was 3G because here somewhere there was a little opening where you can insert an actual SIM card, and you have a constant connectivity with internet. However, not many people were looking for this feature, so also since PCH 1000, as far as I read, had some hardware issues, they quickly replaced it with the one that you're looking here. This is PCH 1001. This is still the original PlayStation Vita, and so it came only in black color as far as I know, and this one came only in Wi-Fi variety. This is the real PS Vita for me, and however, Sony made some attempts to renew it. In about 2013-14 they released the PCH 2000, which is known as the Vita Slim. And also in 2014 they released the so-called PlayStation TV, which is a crippled PS Vita, however with the option to be connected to a television. And however, it wasn't popular at all. They still sell it somewhere, but it's not popular, and that's why I wouldn't focus on that. Now, the main difference between the PCH 1000 and the Vita Slim. First, the design. I don't have a Vita Slim to show you, but they say it's really slimmer, and the feeling of the controls is better. And also, now I'll make a quick review on the hardware to show you what's the difference between the Vita Slim and the Nintendo consoles, and especially to help you make your mind. First, as a hardware, before Nintendo Switch, this for years, since its release in 2011, used to be the best handheld gaming platform nowadays. Yeah, and the price, well, almost like Nintendo 3DS. At some point they even made it completely equal. This is when I actually bought my PS Vita around 2012 or 13, I don't remember, and they had absolutely the same price. Now, what made me buy the PS Vita was the screen. Actually was on the market for a tablet, but at this time I didn't like any. I wanted a device where I can watch movies. However, meanwhile came the new Pokemon X and Y. And now, something important to point out, I am a Nintendo fan. Well, how come that I ended up buying a PlayStation? Well, as I said, because of the screen. I went to the store and I saw Nintendo 3DS on display, and it had horrible screen. I totally didn't like it, no matter how much I wanted to try Pokemon. I saw some games on this. The screen is a total eye candy. And I didn't really much like the games, but decided to buy this one. I don't regret. As I said, as a hardware, this means screen, graphic processor, CPU. This is much more powerful than Nintendo 3DS, even the Nintendo New 3DS. The only machine that currently beats this is Nintendo Switch, but as I said, for years this used to be the superior machine. And now let's take a look at the device, because it's interesting. Now first, this is OLED touchscreen. Yeah, OLED. That's why it's an eye candy. Let's power it a little. Yep. And probably my camera wouldn't catch completely the colors, but they are magnificent. Now, the difference with the new Vita Slim is that this screen is not OLED anymore. They did a little replacement. I'll point out the difference in a minute. Then, what do we have here? On the back, this is a touchpad. So, touchscreen, touchpad. There are some games which actually make use of both the touchscreen and the touchpad. I don't have one of these, but tear away is the pure example where actually you grab with one finger the touchpad and the other finger on the same place the touchscreen, and you do something like this, and basically this represents an action on the game. What else? We have here a directional pad, 2 analog joysticks, 4 buttons. Now I can say the tactile feedback on the controls is wonderful. Maybe you will not very much see it, but here and here we have built-in speakers, and they are stereo. Yes, they're stereo. Here we have shoulder buttons left and right. We have home button here, select and start here. On the top, power button, volume control. Here is the slot for the games, and here is the so-called mystery port. And this port used to be created for accessories. There is a guy who on internet who actually said that here one main purpose is to create with a proprietary cable a link to a TV, so you can connect the PS Vita to a TV. But Sony never made any accessory which make use of this port here. That's why they call it the mystery port. Let me see, how is my time? Oh, 10 minutes. Okay. On the bottom, proprietary power port and headphones output. Now, that's it about the hardware. Difference with the new PS Vita is the PS Vita Slim is that this is not OLED screen anymore. They replaced it with an LCD screen, and the power port is not proprietary anymore. They replaced it with USB port. Now the screen is not so much of an eye candy anymore, but they gave you 1 more hour battery life. Yes, so this is important for many of you, I know. Oh yeah, I was about to forget. We have here a rear camera, and what you will not pay real attention to is a front camera right here. Yes, however, something to tell you, the cameras are total crap. I made experiments taking pictures in lunchtime, summertime, wonderful clear sky, lots of light, and the pictures are just total crap. So we don't rely on this, but since in the beginning they had Skype application, I was able to Skype a video conference with another Skype customer, and the device just did the job, which was great. Now, for connectivity, as we said, this uses Wi-Fi, and that's so much about it. Basically, oh yes, here is probably I wouldn't be, oh yeah, I opened it. So this is the memory card. Now the memory cards for Vita are proprietary. I don't know on the new Vita Slim if they use SD cards, but here they use proprietary memory cards, which are very expensive. So I remember like 32 gigs cost me nearly 1,000 Canadian dollars. So it's expensive. Yeah, so that's probably reason why you would prefer a Nintendo console. But let's continue further. Now, accessories. Now don't look at this. This comes from a very old Sony Ericsson phone of mine. Normally PS Vita doesn't come with any accessories. It does come with a 4 gig memory card included, which would serve you initially, but soon you'll find the need to replace it with something bigger. And the maximum memory that you can replace it with is 64K, but these cards are sold only in Japan, so you can buy it on internet. Yeah, so as for accessories, initially Sony released some accessories for the PS Vita, but none of them were really popular, and they don't fit the new PS Vita Slim, so it's of it's just off topic to talk about it. Personally, I have a docking station, but it wasn't good. It actually started to make my power port feeling like a little broken, so I stopped using it. So yeah, that's it. Now let's continue. Let's say something about the PS Vita. So this is how it looks like. Basically, this is what the screen of the PS Vita looks like. Now, these are the so-called bubbles. Basically, to launch something, you tap it, and then this is the so-called home screen. And then to open the application, you actually tap in the middle, and then it opens the game or the application, whatever it is. Now, I don't have connectivity right now, so we will not use it. However, to illustrate, on the home screen you have additional touchable things which serve for different purpose. You can scroll up and down to have more bubbles, and just like folders on the computer, you have bubbles which can contain more bubbles. You can customize this, you can customize the themes, and that's it. Now, applications. Now, this device have connectivity with PS3 and PS4. So Sony tried to create something like Wii U experience on PlayStation, so you can use the PS Vita as an additional controller for PS4 and have something on the display shown, but I don't have neither PS3 or 4, so I don't know exactly what it does. You have PlayStation Network messages, party, so this is like TeamSpeak, if you know what I talk about. Basically, you can play a game and have voice connection and talk with your friends which play the same game. Friends is a friend list, Welcome Park is an introductory application, and Near is an application which they don't use anymore. Trophies, now when you play a game you win trophies, and they're listed here. Parental controls, these are good actually. Now I know that Nintendo Switch pretends to have very good parental controls. These have good parental controls too. Now you can control what to be shown on the browser, what type of games your kid can play if you're a parent, how long can it play for each day of the week. Yeah, that's it. What else? Now, initially there was a PS Vita forum. I used to ask a lot about calendar application. Looks like finally somebody heard me with lots of delay, so they created this calendar application, which is actually good. This calendar application is capable to connect to your Google Calendar. I haven't tried if it can connect to any other calendar, but it can connect to multiple accounts, multiple Google Calendar accounts, and synchronize them all. Now, Skype, I haven't tried if it still works. Email client, this is a good one actually. It can connect to multiple both Google and Yahoo email accounts and have your emails here. Twitter client, this is actually very good. I use it sometimes because you can take a screenshot on the Vita and post it on Twitter immediately. Netflix, this device is the reason why I got Netflix, because they gave me 1 month for free and I tried it and I liked it so much that I started to watch Netflix initially on the Vita. You have a browser. Now, it's not HTML5 compatible, it's not fully HTML4 compatible, but it's okay to view some sites. Now, I see that I'm running out of time on my digital camera, so probably I'll try to free some space and make another video because I'm nearly not done with this one. So, watch my